FWOG's latest on-chain activity is showing a market that's still alive, but heavily controlled by rotating liquidity and concentrated holders. Current data places FWOG at a $5.8 million market cap with roughly $1.4 million liquidity on Raydium via pump.fun, while the 24-hour chart shows a minus 6.48% decline despite 660 transactions and over $64,000 in volume. Buyers and sellers remain relatively balanced at 126 buyers versus 135 sellers, but sell volume is noticeably stronger at $39,000 compared to $24,000 buy volume, signaling short-term bearish pressure. But here's where it gets interesting. The transfer analysis reveals that FWOG still has extremely active infrastructure movement. Raydium Authority Fee4 alone processed 319,360 transfers, while OKX Router handled 27,982 transfers, and multiple Jupiter Aggregator authorities each processed over 2,500 transfers. That level of routing activity suggests FWOG is still deeply integrated into Solana trading flows, rather than becoming completely abandoned. The hourly transfer chart around 26 May 2026 showed several spikes reaching nearly $40,000 in hourly transfer value, with transfer counts pushing close to 300 transactions per hour. However, the broader daily chart paints a different picture. FWOG experienced massive inflow spikes back in late 2025, with daily transfer values reaching almost $6 million and transaction counts exceeding 100,000 transfers. Since then, activity has steadily compressed into lower volume consolidation. Now, the bigger signal? Holder structure. The uploaded holder data shows the top wallet alone controls 12.36% of supply, with the second wallet holding another 5.16%. Combined, the top 10 wallets control a very significant portion of circulating supply. That concentration creates constant overhead risk because a few wallets can dramatically influence price direction during low liquidity periods. At the same time, distribution below the top wallets becomes far more fragmented, with hundreds of addresses holding between 0.05% and 0.10% each. This usually indicates a meme coin that successfully spread into retail hands after its initial explosive cycle, but never fully rebuilt sustained momentum afterward. And then the chart confirms the story. The weekly chart shows FWOG previously ran into the hundreds of millions in valuation during the late 2025 meme cycle before entering a prolonged downtrend throughout 2026. Price action now sits near long-term lows around the $5.8 million range. Volume has also dramatically faded compared to the launch phase, which means any future breakout would likely require a major narrative catalyst or renewed Solana meme liquidity rotation. Transfer value distribution also supports this. The majority of activity now sits in the $100,000 to $10,000 range, accounting for over 77% of transfers combined, while whale-sized $100,000 to $1 million transfers make up less than 1% of activity. That suggests FWOG is currently being traded more by retail-sized participants than by large institutional-style wallets. But don't ignore the exchange flows. Kraken hot wallet inflows reached $1.76 million, while OKX Router saw $4.55 million in inflows. MEXC also appeared among the most active transfer accounts. Exchange-linked activity this large usually means traders are still rotating size through FWOG rather than fully exiting the ecosystem. Overall, FWOG currently looks like a post-hype meme coin sitting in a stabilization phase, still liquid, still actively traded, but lacking strong momentum. The infrastructure activity remains healthy, yet concentrated holdings and declining macro volume continue to pressure price recovery potential. If Solana meme liquidity rotates aggressively again, FWOG already has the exchange connectivity and routing activity to react quickly. The question is whether buyers can absorb the concentrated supply overhead before another major leg down occurs. DYOR, meme coins move violently and liquidity conditions can change fast. Follow the wallets, monitor exchange inflows, and watch for sudden volume expansion before assuming trend reversals.